Marama Davidson.
Tēnā koe e te mangai, huri noa ki te whare, tēnā tātou katoa. I'm very proud to stand and support the Smoke-Free Environments Tobacco Plain Packaging Amendment Bill. Like I think everybody, I definitely want a smoke-free Aotearoa by 2021, and I definitely support using all of the good effective tools that we can to help us get there. So essentially this bill, for my mother who's watching, this bill introduces a plain packaging regime for ciggies, for her ciggies, that she likes to get, and will reduce and, punch that marketing right in the guts a bit to stop the appeal, particularly to young people, and which is what the evidence shows, just referring to my New Zealand First friends, which the evidence shows does have effect. Otherwise, why would the tobacco companies stand with so much kaha to oppose it? Why would they do that if it didn't work? So there is the evidence, and I find myself checking myself, but I agree with the Minister when he told the story of the evidence and why it did have a significant and important reduction in reducing smoking rates. So I want that too. I fondly remember that I received an award in 2006 from Te Hotu Manawa Māori, which used to be a Māori health provider under the ministry actually, for being an Auckland Tamaki Makaurau Auwahi Kore role model. And I liken it to a beauty contest, but for non-smoking. So I toured the country as a non-smoker Māori woman, reclaiming our traditional Auwahi Kore status through the power of being Māori woman. Something we have known for a long time is smoking has, Māori women have featured far too highly in the incidence of smoking. So I recall fondly my involvement in that work and being awarded that award back then. And also I recall fondly featuring on a postcard for the Ministry of Health as a pregnant Māori woman to encourage smoke-free pregnancy. So it is my honour to stand here and recall my support and supporting those incredible workers and agencies who were out there long before I was, trying to get us to Auwahi Kore status. I want to right now do a big mihi to the Honourable Whaia Tariana Turia and her relentless, courageous and urgent work to try and get us to this point. And I acknowledge that she also said very recently, I think last month, it should have been done earlier, and she dissed a bit the fact that, she said, oh, well, we'll wait to see how Aussie goes, is not actually a way to plan our own laws. So also, I want to acknowledge my colleague Kevin Haig, who acknowledged my other colleague Marama Fox. She totally, I agree with Marama Fox, those bullies, those tobacco bullies do not need to be given a platform here in our country. So I want to acknowledge those people as well. I also want to acknowledge Hone Harawira, who supported and worked with Whaia Tariana to push this through. I want to talk about the fact that smoking is still most prevalent for Māori are the most prevalent group in smoking rates than any other ethnic group. 32.7%. It's more than double the rate of non-Māori smoking. More than double. I heard before some discussion about one of the arguments. Tobacco lobbyists want to protect their intellectual property. We have to be more concerned about protecting the intellectual property, the wairua property, the contribution that people are going to have without having to die from smoking or without having to get sick from smoking. That is the intellectual property that we should be worried about in Aotearoa, New Zealand. So I wanted to just back that one away. Mr. Speaker, my brother Boyd Broughton, my sister-in-law Janine Tamati Paratene work for ASH, work for smoke-free health organisations. I want to also acknowledge the work of people like them and many others who for a long time have been telling us to utilise all the tools that we can, the effective tools to get a smoke-free Aotearoa by 2021. That's what I want to. Kia ora.